What's going on, everybody? I want the best for you guys. I want you guys seeking God with all that you are and all that you have to offer. And I want you guys dedicating your lives to God. The way that I used to live my life was acting like there was such thing as half salvation. Now, there is no such thing as half salvation. It's either you're saved and you're living for Christ and you're dedicating 100% of your entire being to pleasing God and serving God, or you're in this world. That's it. There's no, I'm going to serve God now and then I'm going to live in the flesh later. There is no, I'm going to give God my time right now and then give the world time later. It's either one or the other, and Revelation talks about this when it talks about the lukewarm Christian. That's the lukewarm Christian, the one right in the middle. And God says, Jesus says, I'm going to spit you out of my mouth. The way that I used to live my life was claiming to be this Christian, whatever, I was following Christ, but I really wasn't. I was living in the world, and I had no idea what a relationship actually meant. I had no idea what love actually meant. And all I did was live in this world. Are you willing, as a Christ follower, to dedicate everything about you, all of your blessings, all of your gifts, all of your talents, your whole being, to pleasing and serving and following God? Now, granted, I do understand that people are struggling. People do struggle. But if your heart is in transformation, is in regeneration, is in renewing your mind and your heart so that it is pleasing to God, then that's a difference. There is a difference there, other than, okay, I'm going to serve God now and then I am going to serve myself later. If you give God your all, He will give you all you need. You don't need that stuff anymore. You don't need the world anymore. You don't need the drinking and the partying and the smoking and the sex. You don't need all of that anymore because you have God. Your eternal happiness is found in who God is, in His love, in His peace, in His God, His being. If you give God only what you're willing to let go of, then think of all of the blessings that He has to hold on to because you're not ready to receive them yet. Don't rob God the opportunity to bless you by holding on to the world and all of its associates. You ever heard that quote, let go and let God? Well, let go and let God. Stop trying to live in the middle, this lukewarm Christian lifestyle where you can please both sides. It's either you're living for one or you're living for the other. Whose kingdom are you fighting for? Because there's God's kingdom and there's the enemy's kingdom. Except the enemy really has no power and he's a loser and God is already victorious. But which side are you fighting for? I'm not saying this hypocritically because I wish somebody would have told me this. Don't confuse speaking passionately with condemnation. All I want for you guys, and my prayer for all of you, is to receive your crown of life, is to drink from that living water and to truly know what it means to be in a relationship and to follow God. It's either you're in it to win it or you're out of the race. And I really hope all of you choose, despite all of your struggles, despite all of the trials and tribulations you're going through, because God is a healer, God is a deliverer, God gives you freedom from all of that. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's either you're living for Christ and constantly seeking Him and seeking renewal and transformation, or you're not. And it's as simple as that. There's a heaven and there's a hell. There's no in between. There's a saved and there's a not saved. And there's no in between. God loves you just the way you are, but He loves you too much to let you stay that way. He accepts you. So if you're gonna live for Him, and if you're gonna say I'm a Christian, and you're going to say, I'm living for Christ, then please, please live for Christ. Because he has so much more to offer than what this world has to offer you. God bless.